as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Doug going to look to throw this. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Nobles. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Nobles. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Hey, Ozzie, shut up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Duggan now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Duggan looking to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Nobles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, middle.
Jackson. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On third down, Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Here's Duggan to throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Duggan. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Pushing his way through.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now it's Jackson. football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they picked that one off.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Sly able to put this one through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
17-0 our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Duggan. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing, Duggan. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, Dugan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
To throw again on second down. Duggan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there. And it
was. Walker now on first and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Nobles. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 3rd down, Nobles, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Nobles. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jordan Davis gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
A 27-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Duggan will look to throw this. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He finds McCoy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Dugan. He finds his man, complete. That's McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back to throw again. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And now it looked like movement up front. If that's the case, that might end any thought of a field goal. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
He's got it. A lot of work to get to the first down marker.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give right side. Nobles. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
At the 30-yard line.
Duggan now to throw.
They've got his man complete.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Duggan looking to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Walker.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Dugan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Now Jackson back into his end zone.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Third down and 1.
Up the middle they go. Nobles. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, and now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Commanders 20, Seahawks 14. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round?
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Commanders 20.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. This is intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's Duggan to throw. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Duggan. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on. Zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an. They can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On first down, Nobles knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. So third down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. Sly able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Dugan. Now complete to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Dugan. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Duggan. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.